Good evening, everyone. On behalf of everyone at Network 10, the newsroom, and of course the network itself, we're thrilled and honoured to sponsor the Harry Potter Award for Outstanding Television News Reporting. As you all know, we lost our beloved Harry this year, and our newsroom will never be quite the same. For all of you familiar with us at 10, every year our newsroom honoured the best journalist of the year at 10 in the newsroom with the Harry Potter Award. So it's only fitting that the best TV news journalist of the year is bestowed the Harry Potter Award. Harry's wife, Kate, is with us tonight, and of course, his son, Tim, and daughter-in-law, Brooke. Tim would like to announce the nominees. Thank you.
Good evening. It's an honour to be here tonight. Last year, as you might have seen, Dad received the Kennedy Lifetime Achievement Award. It was basically the next day. It'll stick with me forever. Dad said that was the proudest night of his life, of his working life, to receive an award named after his great mate Les, on a night that celebrates the dedication and the skill and the camaraderie of the industry he loved. Meant the world to him. So I'd just like to thank you all very much for the support you've given Harry and our family. Thank you. The nominees for the Harry Potter Outstanding Television News Reporting are Antoinette Lattouf, 10 News; Paula Donovan, Robert Avadia, Tony Fox, and Duncan Farr, 7 News; and Gabrielle Boyle, 9 News. And the winners are the 7 News team: Paula Donovan, Robert Avadia, Tony Fox, and Duncan Farr.
Robert Avadia and Paula Donovan used their police and defence contacts to lift the lid on the so-called Jedi Council.
Other men scrutinised internally by the ADF are highly ranked officers. They're not accused of criminality or spreading the material, but they are being investigated over what they knew about the Jedi Council's activities.
The explosive reports were hugely embarrassing for the ADF, which was proclaiming a commitment to improving its treatment of women while attempting to stymie a police inquiry into their abuse.
Well, what an honour it truly is. It's a cliche to say that it's an honour at these things, but to receive the first award that is named after Harry Potter, who was such a gentleman, a man of enormous integrity, and was such a veteran reporter years before I was barely out of nappies almost. It is a fantastic honour, and thank you so much, guys, and thank you for presenting us with the award. Firstly, I want to reiterate the words of Craig Greenhill earlier on. I think Adam Walters deserves serious acclamation. This is a tough night to put on. This is tough work, and I see how much work he puts into it. So thank you so much to Adam. As for this story, first thanks has to go to my bosses, Rob Rashke and Chris Willis. It's not easy to greenlight a series of very heavy investigative pieces when you've got no grabs and no pictures. They believed in the journalism of it, and I want to thank them for the support. For these guys, thank you, Duncan, for having a shave tonight and trimming your beard. This guy, Duncan, edited the story in such a fantastic way. I just mentioned there were barely any pictures, but he made it work fantastically. So did Tony with his graphics, so thank you so much, guys, as well. And last but not least, I want to thank Paula Donovan, who's a colleague of mine and a kindred spirit. She is brilliant at her job. I have so much respect for her. This was basically her baby. She was the plane builder, I guess, and I was just the pilot. She deserves all the acclamation in the world for this, and I will be calling her in about 30 seconds. Thanks, guys. Cheers.
Ladies and gentlemen, to present the award for Outstanding Television Current Affairs, please welcome Ms. Kelly Sloan and Mr. Jeff McMullen.
Good evening, everyone. I think that last section was actually for the best comedy of the year, but it is television.
Brought back a lot of happy memories for me.
Yeah, all of those laughs. But for me, though, the memories tonight are the names on the awards, all of them, who are not only great friends, but to see their families here tonight and to remember, in some cases, 4 decades or 5 decades of great journalism. It's a pleasure to be with you, and especially with the families here tonight to honour those great friends. Is the journalism of this year's Outstanding Television Current Affairs up to those great names? You were one of the judges?
Yeah, it is, and that's the tough part, Jeff, because TV Current Affairs has to be the toughest category to judge, I reckon, and it's not just the, I don't know how many, 15 hours of television viewing we had to do. That was the pleasure. But how do you weigh up beautiful storytelling, scoopability, impact, and incredible production values? That's, I think, where it's extended to these days. It's like choosing your favourite kid. You just can't do it. Or if you do, you don't tell anyone, So anyway, the judges did finally come up with a list of nominees, and it was tough but so well deserving. And it was Mario Christodoulou, Adele Ferguson and Deb Masters, Four Corners ABC.
Ross Coulthart and Steve Pinnell's Sunday Night 7 Network.
Cara Meldrum, Hannah, Deb Masters and Mary Fallon, Four Corners ABC.
And the winner is Mario, Adele and Deb from Four Corners ABC.
A joint Four Corners and Fairfax investigation into the Commonwealth Banking financial planning scandal revealed how Australia's biggest bank tried to cover up an aggressive sales culture which destroyed the lives of many of its clients.
It's the can bank. I've found that they can be deceptive, they can be misleading, they can certainly ruin your financial future.
The bank did everything it could to avoid paying compensation to the victims. The revelations resulted in a Senate call for a royal commission into the scandal.
Wow, I am just so shocked. This was my first TV, and I just want to say thank you so much to Fairfax, to Darren Goodsir and Judith Whelan for letting me do this, and to Four Corners for believing in me. And thank you to Deb Masters for bringing the Commonwealth Bank to life, and Mario for his amazing research. And Deb, will you please say something?
Wow, that's tough. Okay. Look, this was a story about the betrayal of trust, and it deserved a big audience, Fairfax and Four Corners. And this was the first story Adela's reported for Four Corners, so it was a big ask. And it was a quick turnaround. We only had a handful of weeks to make it, which strikes terror in the hearts of any television journalist. So I want to acknowledge Adele, because she was a duck to water, her compassion, energy, rigour and her trust, and it was well placed with researcher Mario Christodoulou, whose constant digging really enhanced the program. Also cameraman Ron Foley, Louis Eriglu, sound recorders Jeff Cricks, the wondrous editor Michael Nettleship and assistant Tom Hancock. But a very special thanks to our executive producer, the incomparable Sue Spencer, and supervising producer Mark Bannerman. A program is only as good as its head, and we have two of the best at Four Corners. Thank you.